Welcome back. We are back for some more Pokemon Run&Bun. Picking up from yesterday, we were able to finish the gauntlet through through Meteor Falls pretty successfully. We got 2 new encounters in Weezer the Weezing and Dragon Force the Gyarados, which is unfortunately minimum attack, but it is what it is. And today we're going to be continuing. We now have Route 112 open to us to head to Mount Chimney to take on Team Magma. So we do have one fight, and then we get another new encounter, which is also going to be pretty important. So definitely doing that, and then there's a handful of trainers leading up to Mount Chimney, and we'll see how many of those we can knock down before I need to start heading to work. But yeah, I already have the first. It's a double battle in the sun, which it's kind of like a prelude to what to expect on Mount Chimney in regards to Team Magma, but I think I have a riskless line here. So I'm just looking over my calcs one more time, making sure everything looks good. Let me see. Yeah, we should be looking good here. Hey, what's up in the chat, you guys? I see Alec, Domenico, Willow. How's it going, you guys? Hope you guys are having a good day today. Alright, so we should be looking good for this fight. Just triple check. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this next double battle, and then we will get a new encounter. So let's... and some new berries too, which is always very helpful. So... we got it right here. Alright, so... let's... go ahead and do it here. Alright, so Kindler Bryant and Aroma Lady Shayla. Alright, so like I said, this is double battle in Permanent Sun. So, and both sides have mons that take advantage of that using like chlorophyll and stuff like that. So, the Torkoal here is also problematic because it has Stealth Rocks. But right now, my Omastar's pre-damaged and holding an Iron Ball, so that way it's always slower and gets outsped and KO'd by both sides. So, while that's happening, I'm going to overheat to KO the Leafeon, and I will protect on both those incoming attacks. So, Solar Blade and Scorching Sands should be the 2 hits. So Leafeon goes down. and Scorching Sands, perfect. Alright, so next will be the Venusaur, same thing, it's got Chlorophyll. So again, Omastar's taking only Scorching Sands and Petal Blizzard from both sides. So again, I'm going to KO the Venusaur with Flare Blitz, and I'm going to swap in Omastar for my Weezing, which has Levitate, so I can't get hit by Scorching Sands, and it will only get hit by Petal Blizzard. So there's the Petal Blizzard. Hits everything, but Infernape takes it very well. So, and then Flare Blitz. This will take it out. Domenico, this is a challenge. This is a modded version of Pokemon Emeralds, which updates the game to have current Pokemon, and it's also modded to have every battle be very difficult, as I'm displaying here. And I'm doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of it, which means if any of my Pokemon faint, I can no longer use them in battle. So, this particular challenge is considered one of the hardest. So, only about a little over 70 people have beaten it so far. So, I'm trying my hand at it, and this run is going pretty well so far. So yeah. Yeah, I'll call you Hive. Appreciate you asking. So, if you're into any sort of Pokemon stuff, this is the kind of challenge that I'm personally doing here. So, Scorching Sands. Can't get hit because of Levitate. Alright, so... Alright, so now what's going to happen here, so I had my Weezing pre-damaged a little bit, so that after taking the Petal Blizzard, Torkoal always sees that it can KO with Heat Wave, which will attack both sides. So I'm going to swap both my Pokemon. Doesn't matter which side, because both are going to be taking the same hit. I'll swap both for my Arcanine and my Seismitoad. So there's a Heat Wave. Holding a Rossberry on my Seismitoad in case it got burned. Yeah, Nuzlocke can be pretty tough. I enjoy the challenge, but when you're first getting into it, even with the normal Pokemon games, it could be quite challenging. If you're not familiar with all the different game mechanics. But I got a lot out of it. Just the feeling of mastering the game. So, right now, with this position, my Seismitoad outspeeds and one-shots with Earth Power. And I can go for basically any hit with Arcanine here, doesn't matter. I can go for Extreme Speed. Alright, so Torkoal goes down. And this just leaves a Charizard that's left. And the Charizard only sees that it can KO my Seismitoad with Solar Beam. So I'm just going to swap it for something that can take the Solar Beam, which can be my Gyarados. And as it does that, I will KO the Charizard with Rock Slide. So there's the Solar Beam. And then Rock Slide for KO. Alright, and there we go. Not too bad. Alright, so now we get some access to some new berries here. These are pretty important. 48 Rost, alright. Let's see, 73 Person. Let's see, this is the important one. We want a high roll for these citruses. 23, alright. That's a minimum. That's a mid-roll. Not that bad. And Aspers. My nickname theme for this attempt is bands and artists. So I got like Rage Against the Machine, Mastodon, Weezer, Imagine Dragons, Dragon Force. So, cute little name theme here. Alright, so we do have access to a new encounter here, which is a pretty big encounter. In Fiery Path. For this, what you're able to get is either Camerupt, Torkoal, Turtonator, Weezing, or Magby. We really want Torkoal or Turtonator. Those are the two we're looking for, because those add the most immediate value. Torkoal is usually preferred over Turtonator because it has shell armor. Camerupt's okay, but Torkoal and Turtonator are going to be very helpful for the Team Magma fights coming up soon. So, ideally we get one of those. Yeah, Turtonator is the one with the shell on its back and its head. It's kind of turtle-looking guy. Alright, so let's get some guys here for these. Pretty much all fire types. I already have Weezing, so that's a dupe. So if I encounter Weezing, I can flee from it and then roll the encounter again. Let's see. I can just lead... I can lead Gyarados. To give an Intimidate drop to whatever comes in. Let's see, how many... Yeah. Oh, I have 3 more Quick Balls. I can use those. Oh yeah, I got a Cressel in the box. I like Cressel. He's a cool guy. Not the best, but oh, I didn't mean to go there. Let's see. Oh, so actually I do. There is another fight before. The encounter. I didn't see that. So yeah, we got to do that one first. Let me. That was that one there. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I thought I already had access to Fire Path, but there's actually one more fight before. So we gotta take a look at that one first here. Yeah, Rowlet's a cool one too. I think he's my favorite. Yeah, cool. Thanks for stopping in, Hype. Appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch you in another stream. But appreciate you dropping in. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Alright, so this one's a single battle. So, I can open by KOing with Alakazam, which would then just die to Pursuit from Drapion, so that's not good. I could go Gliscor. Gliscor would bait probably yeah, that's not really good for baiting. Let's see, the Primeape. I could lead Infernape to KO it. And then I could pre-damage to bait Earthquake from Drapion. Which, from there I could use maybe... Let's see, it does have Sniper. So, it does double damage with crits. Let's see. So where's my Homestar? I mean, Gliscor's probably the best answer here, which would bait Scyther, going for dual wing beats. Or Swords Dance, if it can go for that. But I think I could just go Omastar, because if it does go for a Swords Dance, I still would always live a Brick Break. And I can just KO with Power Gem. And that would always bait Horn Leech from Trevenant. Which means I could just go to any of these guys, really. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I could just go... I think Corviknight's probably the safest. And I could just KO with Brave Bird. And I don't, even if it did go for Shadow Claw, I'd always live and one-shot with Brave Bird. So yeah, this fight doesn't look too complicated. So yeah, so again, open. I just need a pre-damage, so I'm always dead to the earthquake incoming. Let's see, so if I... So can I use Wise Glasses here? Oh yeah, so I can use Overheat. Because... Or do I even need it? Let me see. 18.8 plus 78.3. No, so I need Wise Glasses to KO with, fake out into Overheats, and then pre-damage to 100 to bait Earthquake to go to Gliscor. Then just KO with 2 Earthquakes. Bait Scyther for either dual Wing Beat or Swords Dance. Go to Omastar, KO with Power Gem. Bait Trevenant. Go Corviknight, KO with Brave Bird. Yeah. So this looks pretty straightforward. So Tyrus, how's it going, man? Hope you're having a good day. I like having a bit of a scruff, so to each their own. So let's see, let's set this up here. So we need Gliscor. We need Corviknight. I guess Staraptor as a backup. that should be it. So we go Wise Glasses on Infernape. Let me see, let me double check the abilities here. Yeah, Primeape just has Defiant, so don't need to worry about that. Yeah, and then we need Shark Beak for Corviknight. And we need Infernape at 100 HP, so let's do that here. Alright, cool. Take off the Iron Ball here, we don't need that. Yeah, that should be pretty much it for this fight. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this next fight. And then we get access to our Fiery Path encounter. Alright, so yeah, over here. Let's save. And let's triple check. 100 HP, Wise Glasses. And Sharkbeak. Alright. This should be good. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, Hamper Merc. Alright, so to start off this Primeape, we're gonna KO with Fake Out into Overheats. We should always KO. And a rare pre-damage to 100, so we should always be baiting in Drapion next. Cool. Alright, and it's always going to go for Earthquake, since it sees that it can KO with it. We will swap to Gliscor, which will be immune to it. Perfect. And this Gliscor kind of just sits on this thing, so we're just going to KO with 2 Earthquakes. Yeah. This isn't even going to do that much. Even with the Dark Gem. Alright, so just go for another Earthquake. Oh. I guess it can get flinches. We can get super mega unlucky, but we're fine. Alright, so this should always bring Scyther in since it's faster. Perfect. And it's gonna go for either dual Wing Beat for highest damage, or set up Swords Dance. Either of which is perfectly fine. We're just going to swap to Omastar. That's a dual Wing Beat. And now we'll just KO with Power Gem. cool. So then lastly, it's just a Trevenant, which should always see that it can KO with Horn Leech. So we'll just go to Corviknight. Yep, Horn Leech. This will do basically nothing. And with a Sharp Peak, we outspeed and one-shot with Brave Bird. Alright. Really cool. Easy peasy. Alright, now we get access to our new encounter. So let's go and do that now. Let's see. So let's go ahead and set that up here really quick. Bring in a Gyarados to lead. And Ampharos for setting up Paralysis. Alright, so for Fiery Path, we really want either a Torkoal or a Turtonator, because those offer the most immediate value. The highest likelihood is getting a Camerupt, which is still okay, but it's not as immediately useful. Weezing is a dupe, which means if I encounter it, I can reroll. The worst would be there is a 5% chance of getting a Magby, which is pretty awful. That would suck. So, Turtonator or Torkoal. I'd prefer Torkoal over Turtonator, since it has Shell Armor. But either of those two would be very helpful for me for the upcoming fights. So that's what we want. Again, Camerupt is okay, but it's not as immediately valuable, so... Let's go ahead and see what we get here. Torkoal, please. Let's get a Torkoal. Come on. Alright, come on. Torkoal, Torkoal. Camerupt. Alright, that was the most likely outcome. Again, it's still got its uses, but not as useful as the others, so... let's just start off with a quick ball here. Alright, cool. Very easy. Alright. And my nickname theme is artists and bands, so let's see, what's a good band for Camerupt? Let me see. See. Camerupt is a camel volcano, so... Are there any volcano? I see a good one is a Portuguese death metal band inspired by volcanoes. Fenochrist. Let's go with that. Fenochrist. Alright, cool, fits perfectly. Fenochrist. Alright. Let's go ahead and see the IVs on this guy. Andre Gary, how's it going, man? Hope you're having a good day. I have not played Monster Hunter Wild, so I wouldn't be able to give you an opinion on that, unfortunately. Monster Hunter games always look cool, though. I've just never gone around to playing them. Alright, so let's check this guy. We want high HP, high defenses. So let's see. Fenochrist. Let's see, Naive. 31 HP is great. I like that. Minus Spadef is not as great. 9 defense. Kind of poor defenses, but 31 HP is definitely very nice. That kind of helps balance it out a little bit. Plus speed doesn't really matter. Because this guy is already very slow. Solid Rock, though, it's okay. I'm not sure if it gets another ability. Let me see. Oh yeah, it can either be Solid Rock or Magma Armor, which is basically the same thing. But, I mean, this guy is useful. He's a good Oracle counter. But, if I got a Torkoal or a Turtonator, that would have been very helpful for one of the fights coming up pretty soon. Magma Admin Tabitha's Chlorophyll Victory Bell is pretty scary. So. Alright, well, let's go ahead and level this guy up. Let's see, Earthquake. And he does get Yawn, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll teach out over Rock Slide. You definitely want to keep Earth Power on him, though. Let's see, what are the base stats for Camerupt again? Let's see. Yeah, it's got slightly higher special attack. So. Flamethrower. Definitely taking that. Elizabeth, happy birthday. Hope you have a good birthday today. explosion. Yeah, we don't need earthquake for this guy. So we could just teach that. Yawn might have some usefulness. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, definitely not the worst, but not the best encounter we could have gotten. Why the earthquake? Great question. I forgot earthquake on camera because it has slightly more special attack than physical attack, and I already got other better physical attacking ground types like Gliscor and Excadrill. So with camera up to you want to use earth power over earthquake, so that's why I taught explosion. And explosion, you know, if you're ever in a pinch, you could always use explosion if you need. But yeah, that is a good question, because normally you'd be like, why? Earthquake's a great move, so. Alright, so with that, we can now start looking at the next fight here. Let me just update my calcs. Let's see, let's bet this is a fan-created modded version of Pokemon Emeralds called Run&Bun, which updates the game to include newer Pokemon and also makes every fight ridiculously challenging. So, very tough battles, and I'm doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, which means if any of my Pokemon faint in a battle, I can no longer use them. So, pretty challenging. Not too many people have successfully beaten it, but I enjoy the challenge, so that's why I'm doing that here. So, appreciate you tuning in. I think the challenge itself is pretty interesting because it's you know, a way of playing Pokemon that's ridiculously, or it's, as my roommate says, needlessly difficult. But it scratches a particular itch for me, so. Alright, so let's see, this fight we have... Oh yeah, this is the Bastiodon with Sturdy and a red card. Let's see. Yeah, so Sturdy makes it so that it always lives on 1 HP at full health, no matter what. And the red card, if it doesn't get KO'd, randomly swaps you out for something else, which can be quite troublesome. So let's take a look here. Only Hydro, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having a good day today. Oh yeah, that's my dogs want to run around back here. Bagel, come here. Come here. Come here. This is my doggy. Her name's Bagel. Good girl. She's a cutie pie. Yeah, it's hard to say what my favorite is. Yeah, you're able to get all three of those. The next route, actually, I can potentially get a Lucario, so that's pretty cool. But there are some other encounters that are a little bit better. I'm a big fan of more of the older gen, like Pokemon Gold and Silver. I have a lot of nostalgia for those games, but I would say Emerald is probably the top, which makes sense. That's the game that has the most modded content for it, as I'm showing here. Pokemon Run&Bun is based off Emerald, so yeah. I'm just I'm a big fan of Pokemon. I've always have been. Let's see. Yeah, so I think the strat for this fight is trying to chip the Bastiodon with something. I could use, let me see. Okay, so I need to, yeah, since my Togedemaru is faster, this thing does have Stealth Rocks, which you want to prevent. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Pokemon Yellow version too. That has the most features, especially for an older game. But yeah, so I like, for a game like this, it's technically still Pokemon Emerald, but it's modded to include all the newer Pokemon, so that allows you to still experience the newer stuff while being in the more old school style, which I'm kind of more into. Alright, so for this fight, what I want to do is pre-damage something to that is slower. So like my Caracosta, for it to always go for Heavy Slam, because this thing has Stealth Rocks. So to prevent it from using Stealth Rocks, it needs to show that it needs to be able to show that it can outspeed and kill. So I can pre-damage Caracosta to be dead to Heavy Slam, which then I could swap to Togedemaru to also be dead to Heavy Slam. I would have to pre-damage to 38, which a crit would never kill, thankfully. And then it should always go for Heavy Slam again. And then from there I could swap into something to KO. Probably... let's see, I have multiple options. Let's see, probably want to use... Let me see. Silk Scarf. Let's see, the Digger Spear here is a little scary because it's got Sword Stance and Huge Power and a Choppleberry, which makes it deal less damage from fighting types on its first move. And it has Quick Attack. Corviknight can take its hits, but that'll risk setting up Sword Stance. Let's see if I could lower its speed somehow. I could use Eldegoss, actually. Or... Actually, Cloyster kind of just... stomps on it. Yeah, because Cloyster would always live... Let's see. Well, actually, it's, it is slower, so... I think Eldegoss is probably the answer here. Because it'll be slower if I switch it in on a high horsepower. And if I equip a Miracle Seed, Leaf Storm will kill, which will make it go for Quick Attack and... I could potentially be dead to double crit, though. Which would be pretty sad. See, well, actually what I could do is I could swap to Eldegoss first on a high horsepower, lowering its speed, which will make it which will make it always go for Quick Attack because it sees that I can one-shot. So then I can go to Cloyster and outspeed and one-shot with Icicle Spear, which would then bait Mag Cargo. Which from there I can just swap to Seismitoad and KO. Yeah. Yeah, because it won't set up Shell Smash since it sees that it can KO with either Power Gem or potentially Flamethrower, which either is perfectly fine. Seismitoad can then take it out. So. This is a good example of a fight in this game, which shows off a lot of the intricacies. With all the different game mechanics. This game also has a custom AI system, which you really need to be aware of to be able to know what move the AI will choose at any given point. Because the AI sees all your moves and all your held items and uses that to decide on what moves it should go for. So, yeah, so we'll run through it. So pre-damage Caracosta to bait Heavy Slam into Togedemaru. Get hit by the Heavy Slam to deal Iron Barb's Chip to break Sturdy. Pre-damage as well to bait another Heavy Slam onto Excadrill. And then KO with Drill Run, which will bait High Horsepower from Diggersby. Swap Eldegoss, then Cloyster, take it out with Icicle Spear. Bait Macargo. Swap to Seismitoad. And KO. Yeah. So this looks good. Let's go ahead and run it here. We want Seismitoad. We want Caracosta. We want Togi. Eldegoss. Oyster. Excadrill. Alright. And then for the damage we want... Let me see. Let me just double check the Stealth Rocks. So after the first turn, Stealth Rocks is only a max score of +6 or +7, so if it sees a slow kill, it won't go for it. So we need Caracosta at 13 HP. Good. And we need Togedemaru to be at 38 HP. Alright, there we go. Yeah, and them being at that low HP, it's gonna look a little scary, but it's all purposeful. And then I don't think I need any items. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no items needed. This should be all that we need here. Yeah, so this is an interesting fight to show off. kind of give it an insight on what makes a game like this and a challenge like this so difficult. Because there's just so many working parts you have to keep track of. But there are some items in here. Let's go grab those first. Let's see, Solar Blade. And Solar Beam. Alright. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and go through. Alright, next fight's up over here. Let's save. And triple check. Let's see, we want, again, 13 HP on Caracosta and 38 HP on Togi. And that should be it. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and do this here. Alright, so Hiker Trent has a Bastiodon here, which can be pretty troublesome because it has Sturdy with a red card, which makes it so that it can always live on 1 HP at full health. And the red card means that if you attack it and it doesn't get KO'd, your Mon will get randomly swapped to something else in your party. And on top of that, it has Stealth Rocks and Metal Burst. So the key thing here is to try to KO it without it setting up Stealth Rocks and without activating the red card. So what I'm doing here, my Caracosta is at low HP, so that Bastiodon always sees that it's faster and can one-shot with Heavy Slam, which will make it not go for Stealth Rock. So we're going to use that to swap to Togedemaru, which is also at low HP, but will always live Heavy Slam even if it crits at this low HP. So we'll do that. So perfect, Heavy Slam. So we survive. And then Iron Barbs chips its HP a little bit, so now Sturdy is no longer activated. And again, it should always see that it can KO with Heavy Slam again. So it should only go for that as I swap to Excadrill. Perfect. And now I outspeed and one-shot with Drill Run because the Sturdy is broken, and because I'll KO it, it won't activate the red card. Alright, cool. So Bastiodon goes down, and this should always bring in Diggersby next. What's up, Pinjog? Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well today. We are currently on our way to go up to Mount Chimney to take on Team Magma. Alright, so right now this Digger's Bee sees that it can always KO my Excadrill with high horsepower. So we're gonna swap to Eldegoss to take the hit and to lower its speed. So high horsepower. So its speed's dropped by 1. So now my Eldegoss is faster. And Digger's Bee sees that I can outspeed and potentially one-shot with Leaf Storm. So because of that, it's always going to go for Quick Attack. So I'm going to use that to now swap to Cloyster on a Quick Attack. And now my Cloyster can outspeed and always one-shot with Icicle Spear. Oh, nice crit. Alright, so Digger's Bee goes down. And this just leaves Magcargo for last. And this Magcargo has Shell Smash, which could be scary, but it should always seize that it can KO my Cloyster with Power Gem or Flamethrower maybe. We're just gonna swap to Seismitoad, which can take any hit. Yeah, Power Gem. Cool. And we now just simply outspeed and one-shot with Earth Power. Alright, there we go. Pretty clean line. I think there's just a couple more fights until we make it to Mount Chimney. I do have to go to work in a little bit, so we'll see if we can get those 2 fights done. If not, I'll probably have to save them for another stream. But let's go back and heal and save up. We can at least take a look at what the next fights are. I don't think they should be too complicated. Let's see here. Oh yeah, actually the next one is a Trick Room team. Those can be a little complicated. Let's see. Pinja, I try to stream almost every day, at least for an hour or so. That's about as much time as I currently have. Either right now I usually do it in the mornings before work, or later in the evening after work, depending on how much time I have. But I don't really have the time to stream for like multiple hours, because I just don't have enough time in the day. So, but yeah, right now it works pretty much. Yeah, try to camp pretty much almost every day if I can. I was gone for a few days though over the weekend, so if I don't have any like big trips or plans, then I'll be streaming. Alright, so let's take a look at the next fight here. Let's see, this next team is a Trick Room team. I think they all have Trick Room. Yeah, and Lunatone has Explosion also, which can be problematic. But let's see. Oh yeah, Bronzong also has Trick Room. But we can KO Bronzong with Infernape to start. From there, we could bait... Let's see. The problem with Trick Room is that the AI can go for it even if it sees a slow KO. Yeah, because if the AI is slower and yeah, at any time it sees that it's slower, Trick Room gets a +10 score. And a slow KO is a 9 or 11 score. So, majority of the time it'll set up Trick Room, even if it sees that it can slow KO. So, that's something we'll have to deal with, but I think we could still work with that, even if it does. Depends on what we bait in, though. Yeah, and then the Solrock and the Lunatone both have a room service, which, if Trick Room is activated, it lowers its speed, technically making it faster. So that would make the Solrock become faster than my Omastar, for example, if it's in Trick Room. But that should still be fine. Let's see, I can pre-damage. So I can pre-damage to bait the Camerupt. Camerupt doesn't have Trick Room. Make it go for Earth Power. So I could go to something like Gyarados to KO with Waterfall. That would probably bait Solrock to go for either Stone Edge or Trick Room. But I could just go Omastar, which will still one-shot even if it's in Trick Room. Doesn't matter if it's slower. And then that would bring in Lunatone last, which will... can't explode since it's the last mon out. And then I could just go Excadrill, which walls it and just KOs with Iron Head. Or I can use... yeah, really doesn't matter. I can use Excadrill, I can use Obstagoon. But yeah, this looks good. Oh wait, actually, oh, so the problem here is actually that I can't bait out Camerups first, since Lunatone sees killing rolls with Psychic. It's a little annoying. Yeah, I'll have to change the line then. Because... I'd be baiting in Lunatone. Which I can at least prevent it from exploding. It might actually be better to bait Soul Rock first. Yeah, this fight is a little bit more challenging, so yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually pause there, because I do gotta get ready for work soon, but we'll save this for another time. But pretty good stream today. I appreciate everyone who tuned in to watch. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Feel free to like and subscribe if you'd like to tune in with my journey for this game. But otherwise, wish best of luck, and hope everyone has a great rest of your day today.